Here in America, it will not surprise you to know that we pay the highest prescription drug prices of any developed nation in the world. Let me say that again. We pay the highest prescription drug prices of any developed nation in the world. That may surprise you. What may surprise you is we pay about 2 to 3 times what other countries pay for the same drug.
How about that? How about that for a sales pitch for 22? President Biden tweeted right now Americans pay as much as $1,000 a month for insulin. Under my Build Back Better Act, it is $35.
Good. My nephew will appreciate that.
Sold, right?
Yep.
That's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah.
Although, oh my God, I am so grateful for Dana Milbank's piece that Eric Bollard and I were talking about yesterday, that he did an actual data analysis, and it's not our imagination. The coverage of Biden is insanely negative.
Yeah.
And this is, where the one I was mentioning yesterday, but Ari Melber tweeted it too. While the AP reported on the sluggish jobs report under President Biden, they called the same report under Trump robust.
Yep.
You can see the AP headlines, right? Biden adds a sluggish, 210,000 jobs. And then it literally says Trump has a robust 200. It was 10,000 less jobs. And under Trump, it was, and then I think it was a 44% approval rating. Under Trump, Trump voters, we do it again, 44% approval rating. And then Biden, it's like, oh, Biden in crisis, in trouble for 44% approval rate. It's insane.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And also fascism. Also,
That too.
also criminality. Just saying. Oh my God, both sides don't do it. Okay. Yes. Eric Bollard, who is essential, tweets the idea that today's traditional center-left president is getting worse coverage than Trump, who is a fascist. If I were the press, I would stop and think, what are we doing here?
They don't care.
And I think Rachel featured who's it? Bart Gellman, who wrote this piece in the Atlantic. The same thing, just about we are witnessing the death of our democracy, and the press is helping. By normalizing and equivocating these two, as if these two things are the same, right? Kate says being a single issue voter isn't bad when the issue is democracy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I need my binky. Karen in Chicago. Hello.
Hold on, it's coming.
Oh, pardon me. Hello, Karen in Chicago. Hello.
There
Good
she
morning.
is.
The rats have disabled my phone
Hi,
system.
guys. Hey,
Yes?
Jody.
Hi.
That article Barton Gellman wrote is essential reading, and the media needs to wake up, because it is not Congress. It is Republicans in Congress that are blocking everything that Americans desperately need in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And they need to start framing it that way. And Democrats stand for democracy and Republicans are autocrats. That is what they want. Look at what Devin Nunes is doing. And
Devin Nunes is
6th
quitting Congress to go run Trump's already under investigation latest scam of a social media company, despite having no social media experience except suing a Twitter cow.
This is an ongoing coup. And, January 6th committee is essential. We need to get to the bottom of what happened, but that is looking back. We need to also be focusing, and we have to call our members of Congress and sound the alarms and make sure that they understand what is at stake, because we have voting rights, that we need to have passed, and we are not doing that because of a filibuster. It is a Jim Crow rule.
Which,
It's
by the
not
way,
even-
Mitch McConnell is currently planning to blow up over the default. This is the thing, Karen. Whether you love or hate everything Biden or Democrats are doing, they're doing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're trying to reduce the price of your insulin. They're trying to get you vaccinated. They're unclogging the supply chain at the lowest unemployment rate in 52 years. Okay, and this is what Mitch McConnell is doing, is trying to figure out how he can, finagle so that Democrats get the blame over the debt ceiling and they have to do it alone. And they talk about, the press talks about Democrats and, the vote count and the disarray, whatever. Democrats are doing stuff, right? Mitch McConnell, that's all he's doing is process stuff.
Absolutely. And so people like, Chuck Todd and George Stephanopoulos, because a lot of Americans only get their political information from the Sunday morning talk shows.
Yeah.
And so
how many times do you
need to
hear
make
Americans
sure-
are divided on it? We're not divided. You're talking about
No.
70-30% polling on everything you're talking about. Roe v. Wade.
Right.
Whatever. Gun safety.
Absolutely. And so the media needs to start reporting it honestly. And, but too, Merrick Garland, I don't understand. I get that, you want to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and everything. But I really wish that there was a Glenn Kirshner. I wish Glenn Kirshner was our AG.
I'm glad that Merrick Garland brought the suit he did yesterday. It's, it's just... I wish he sounded less like Droopy Dog. I just, come on!
He doesn't instill confidence, that we're going to get to the bottom of it. And it's imperative. And, so there is a way to contact the DOJ. I urge everybody, contact the DOJ and start putting pressure on, getting some indictments for these higher ups like Charlie Flynn, like Mike Flynn. We need to hold these people accountable and make examples of them.
And also Trump being so brazen as to go on Fox News and, I fired Comey. What are you going to do about it? It's just, he's the one putting a spotlight again on the Mueller report and going, oh, you're not going to do anything about it. I'm going to get reelected and do it again. I mean, it's this coup.
They will do it again. Yeah. Absolutely. It's ongoing. And we have to look backwards at January 6th, but we need to also be planning ahead, because in 2022, if we lose the Senate, lose the House, we are done.
Yeah. And this is what Barton Gellman's piece is about. It's just, we're in the middle of the next coup. We're soaking in it.
We are.
As Madge would say.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how, at my age, I got that reference.
I don't know how you heard about it.
We are soaking in the next coup.
Sure.
You heard about it from your elders like me.
Yes, exactly.
The earthen vessel spoke to you.
Yes, Asher Rangappa, the former prosecutor, said, can someone remind me why Trump hasn't been indicted for even one count of obstruction of justice, given that he has admitted to it publicly again? She goes on to say, Garland should explain his reasoning. If he does decline to prosecute Trump for obstruction, Mueller would have given such an explanation if he were not constrained by DOJ policy, or would have indicted him.
Right.
Which he said. Mueller said yes. And that he could be or should be prosecuted when he's out of office. If that's I don't even get that DOJ, right? Because we're like, oh, not while he's in office. And now it's like, oh, well, not when it's over now. Now it's not, when's a good time? Anyway, she says, as it stands, the evidence is just out there hanging with no action. And the problem is everybody can see it. And that's what emboldens people. Let's see. ACN on Twitter says, if somebody were going to bring an obstruction of justice prosecution for that, we are still within the statute of limitations for that, if in fact that was a crime. I'm just saying he did confess to that in detail on national TV.
Yeah, we're still in the statute. And the statute shouldn't start, if we're not going to indict people while they're in office, then the statute shouldn't start until they're out of office.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes. But also, Mueller, she wrote, tweeted, I see a lot of people demanding the 1-6 committee subpoena Trump now. I was included in that group until it was explained to me that the committee must question everyone else first.
Yes.
Good prosecutors don't ask questions they don't know the answer to. They need those answers first. So Mark Short is cooperating. The guy that looks like a husky.
He does.
Looks like a husky. It's not just the eyes, Chris. It's the teeth. He looks like he chews on Grizzle. A lot. He has like pointy teeth. And
yes.
Not that that's a bad thing.
Right.
But also, by Trump admitting to his criming this Sunday, does that also keep the clock ticking on when they can indict him? Because he literally admitted that, hey, by the way, I did this.
Right.
So that also
just wanted to remind you.
Resets the clock a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd hope, but I don't know.
He has done everything but said, come and get me, copper.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
See? Yeah.
He's going to say that at somebody's wedding.
Yeah, see? You won't do it. You don't have the balls.
He's going to crash a wedding.
He's going to do it at a wedding at Mar-a-Lago and go, come and get me, coppers.
I think so, too. Jody is a seer, if nothing else. This was the story I was mentioning to Karen. It's just, this is all Mitch McConnell ever does. Mitch McConnell hatching a plot. Mitch McConnell plotting. He's on work on a plot to avert the next government shutdown. The plan would have Democrats cast a vote to raise the debt ceiling. It's something Republicans did 3 times under Trump, adding $7.8 trillion to the deficit. McConnell assumes the vote would be toxic for Democrats. That's all he thinks about.
Yeah.
Is politics, never the people or what would be good or not. Okay. But the reality is shutting down the government would be toxic for Republicans. To accomplish his goal, Republicans will need to cooperate under the Senate rules and break the filibuster. That would mean McConnell would have to find 10 Republicans that would agree to allow the debt ceiling bill to come up and then vote against raising it.
I think we raise it to $1 billion.
A cajillion T.
A cajillion
11 billion?
Yeah.
11 billion is Chris's official kid number.
Yes.
Or a Google, which is 1 in 99 zeros.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's raise it to a Google.
Okay. But this is what I mean. Do you think Mitch McConnell will break or bend or blow up any rule? Of
course he will.
For his advantage. And,
Yes.
Okay. What is the thing I always say? We're going for the Lady Bing Award, and they're like knocking our teeth out. It's a hockey thing. It's a Buffalo Sabres
What is
thing.
the Lady Bing Award for?
It's for being polite in hocky.
People are polite in hockey?
It's for good sportsmanship
You
in
mean a
hockey.
loser?
Well, that's my point.
Since when?
Knocking their teeth out with their sticks.
Yeah.
And we're like, thank you. I won the Lady Bing Award.
Hockey's not a polite sport.
No,
That's just Eric Trump played hockey.
Yeah,
Thank you.
certainly not
those
since
teeth would be
Slapshot.
I
Target.
forgot my mouth guard again.
The Hanson twins.
Uh-huh.
I'll come and get you.
Hang on. Carry the 4 divided by... Oh, people have been waiting so long. Judy in San Jose. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm horrible. Rat hellscape of a life.
I know, I have cockroaches, whatever.
Yeah, it's not turning into a Christmas rom-com. It is turning into a dark Home
I
Alone.
know what you mean. Well, Karen just said that Merrick Garland has to make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and she understands that. But if he doesn't step on the gas, there won't be any I's or T's to cross or dot.
Yeah.
I's crossed, T's dotted. That's what he's doing. He's crossing his I's and dotting his T's.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
I
Maybe it's a
know.
punctuation error.
I feel like that's what's going on.
You're
that's all.
hysterical. Go. Would you slap yourself right now, please?
Okay, done.
All right.
Here.
Snap out of it.
Out of it.
Don't make us go share on you. I think I'm taking everybody with me on my nervous breakdown.
I think so.
Yeah.
To my long spiral into madness.
That's why I'm over here, so I don't catch it.
Madness. Okay. Yes, by the way, speaking of Devin, Nick said, leave it to Trump to hire somebody who sued a Twitter cow and lost to run his social media company.
Yeah.
Hashtag winning. And it's good because it's already under investigation. Yeah. Yeah, his latest scam is already
Yeah.
under investigation. So does that mean Devin is pre-jailed at this point? Because he should have gone to jail for sneaking in the back door. You
Yes.
remember.
Yes, I do.